Hey guys, it's Calvin, and this is going to be a really fun video, something I'm super excited to show all of you guys. So this is going to be what is in my tech backpack. Okay, so to start off, this is just a little bit of a disclaimer. This is the stuff that I'm going to show you isn't necessarily the stuff I keep all the time in my backpack, but this is some stuff that I carry around most of the time if I need to go to work, or if I, for whatever reason, need to go to class or a cafe, or just to go out and do things. So obviously some of this equipment is always a carry. Other times I do switch it out with other things. So to start off, the backpack itself. So this is one of my favorite backpacks. So this is the Northface Surge 2 backpack, and I've had this backpack for 6 years, nearly 6 years, and it's held up really great. It is waterproof, and it's typically meant for things like outdoor activities or hiking, stuff of that nature, but it's also been a really cool school bag, a work bag, and just a tech backpack altogether. And the reason I like it is because it has a lot of different pockets. It just has pockets and little pouches and stuff all over the place, so I can throw a lot of things in here, and it's very, very comfortable. Speaking of which, this thing is very comfortable. So you can actually pack a lot of equipment inside of this backpack, and when you're walking around, it doesn't really feel that heavy because of the straps and just the way the back support is designed. So let's get started. I've brought the camera a little bit closer so you can see me opening up the backpack. So the very first thing I have is in this top pack, and this is the Apple Magic Mouse. I really like this mouse. I know some people really hate it. I use it for a very particular workflow and a use case. This is something I carry around with me quite a bit, although I'm still jealous of all the people who have the MX Master series from Logitech. I think those mice are really cool, but this is what I carry for my mouse if I ever need to connect it to my MacBook or my iPad. The next thing in that same pouch is this little USB to a lightning cable for my iPhone. This is nothing special. It's just the Amazon Basics charging cable, so I can use this to connect my computer to my iPhone and transfer files and charge. And okay, so in the two side pockets right in front of the actual backpack, on the right side I have a cable, another cable. So this is a USB to USB-C cable. I do use Android as well, and I'll get to that in a second, but this is the Anker cable, the charging cable. You can probably tell that I really like Anker products, so this is a great cable to have around. The next thing I have in that same pouch is this beauty. Now this, for those of you that don't know, this is a Nexus, a Huawei Nexus 6P. This came out many, many years ago, but I really, really like this phone for a few reasons. Number one, the design. I love the industrial design, the chamfered aluminum edges, just everything about this phone was great. So for those of you that don't know, I am a software developer, software engineer, and particularly I work on mobile software. So I actually keep this device around because when I write software, I also want to make sure that the software that I write doesn't just run great on current devices, but it also runs well on really, really old devices to make sure that the software itself is efficient, it's performant, and can be used by a lot of different various devices. But the phone itself, I do carry this around. It is not charged, so it's not going to turn on right now, but I do use this mostly for development. Okay, the next thing, you might not be surprised, but it's another Anker cable, and this one comes in a little magnetic pouch, so that's why I keep it here. This one is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and I use this for a few different reasons. One for my iPad and one for my MacBook Pro to connect to some of my Android devices. The other Android device that I actually use is a OnePlus 7 Pro, but that's not something I carry around in my backpack all the time. Okay, moving on into kind of the second big pocket in the front of the backpack. So there's quite a bit of stuff here. And as you can see, there's a lot of pens. I like pens. I like stationery. I like journaling. I like writing things down. And I have a lot of different colored pens. I think they are just fun, and so I keep them in case I ever need to write stuff, draw things out, diagram stuff. By education, I am a civil and structural engineer, so I did a lot of math calculations and structural design and stuff, and just having different colored pens and pencils and all sorts of stuff is just really nice to have. That being said, I am a student at heart, so I like keeping all this stuff around just to kind of remind me of those nights in the library studying all night, being stressed out over quizzes and exams and worrying about the future of my life. Yeah. Okay, the next thing. So this right here, my favorite pair of headphones. These are the Sony Mark III headphones. These are absolutely incredible. The sound quality is really good. The noise cancellation is really good. And it comes in this nice little carrying pouch that I always carry around with me. Now, I like these headphones for quite a few reasons. Number one is obviously the sound quality. Number two, the actual noise cancellation is really good. And number three, the touchpad on the side is so good and so versatile. So I can do things like cover the actual right side of my ear cup, and all of a sudden all the ambient noise from the outside gets fed into the microphones and into my ear, so I don't actually have to take the headphones off when I need to speak to somebody. I can just cover the right side of my ear, and they do a great job of actually letting that noise in. Secondly, the touchpad on the right side is obviously touch, so there's a lot of different swipe gestures and tapping gestures and all sorts of stuff that you can do to do various things like change the song, pause, answer a call, all sorts of stuff. Okay, moving on. Talking about my school days, I do always carry this around. This is the TI-36X Pro, I think. Yeah, the TI-36X Pro. This is one of the best calculators ever. So if you're a student or something and you're thinking about getting a calculator, get this one. I've had the TI-89 titanium or platinum or whatever it's called, the big chunky graphing calculator. That thing is overrated. If you really like graphing calculators and you need the bigger display and whatnot, yeah, sure, but this is just, it's an all-around great calculator. I don't want to sit here and nerd out, but I really like this calculator. Okay, next thing. In the same little pouch up in front, there's actually another pocket, and this is the Anker Powercore, I think 13,000 power brick, and I carry this around because if I'm traveling a lot and I need power and I can't get to a power source, this thing is always filled and I can quickly charge a lot of my devices per the cables that I have. This thing is really cool. It's small, it's compact, and it even has these little LED lights on the top of the power brick to tell you how much juice is left. So all 4 lights are enabled, meaning the thing is fully charged. So if you do travel a lot, if you'd like to go to cafes or libraries to study, or you like just going different places and you always have your backpack with you, please carry around a power brick. Like, it will definitely help, and it's gotten me out of some sticky situations where I just couldn't find powers. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. So the 2 big pieces of tech that I carry in the big pouch is, number 1, this is my favorite piece of technology ever made. This is the Apple iPad Pro. This is the 11-inch, the one that came out in 2018. I do have the Apple Pencil for it, and I also have the Apple Smart Folio keyboard case. Now, this device I use probably more so than my MacBook Pro, which I primarily use for work, but everything outside of work, I'm usually on this device. And I absolutely love it. I do almost everything, even video editing, software, media consumption, gaming, keeping up with friends and family, writing scripts for videos, planning out things, journaling. This device is great. I do have this matte screen protector that I have, and it just makes it really nice when I'm outside sitting on a table and there's a lot of sunlight, so it reduces the glare. But then when I'm also journaling on the actual thing, it feels more like pen and paper when I'm writing on it. And the keyboard is nice as well, so I do type on this thing quite a bit, and it is very, very comfortable. It is a very unique typing experience on the iPad Pro, and I just really like this setup. It's very, oops, there goes my pencil. Okay, like I was saying, I really like this setup because it is very minimal. It is very portable, I should say. So I love that I can grab this thing and just go anywhere and do almost anything that I need right on this device. Okay, finally, I have my main computer. So this is a MacBook Pro. This is a 2020. So this, I think, came out in April or May of 2020. This is the 13-inch MacBook Pro. I have this really kind of sleek charred metal sort of dbrand skin on this device. No, they did not sponsor this video, but dbrand, if you want to, hit me up. Okay, so this is a quad-core processor. I think it's the Intel i5 processor. It has 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of SSD storage, and I use this thing for personal and for work. So I do software development. I also do a little bit of video editing and all other sorts of stuff. Again, I used to carry around a 15-inch MacBook Pro, but I really like the size and portability and just the weight of this computer as compared to a bigger computer. Now, in the future, my ideal computer workflow is actually having some sort of an iMac as a desktop setup and then just using my iPad Pro for a lot of portable things. I really hope to get to that soon. That way I wouldn't actually need like a laptop or like a MacBook Pro, but this thing is really good. It's fairly fast. It does everything that I need it to, and it's very light and portable, which is why I really like it. Okay, finally, the last bit of thing. In the front pouch, I have some Orbit gum. You can never have too little gum in your tech backpack. Always carry this around. This is the sweet mint flavor. I really like it. Yeah, what a weird way to end the video, but I hope you enjoyed. That was what's in my tech backpack of, I guess, 2021. I do change the setup quite a bit every so often, so I might do one again next year, see what changed, see what didn't, but I hope you liked the video. If there's anything that you liked, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Let me know what's in your tech backpack, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right.